"You're pathetic," Olivia hissed, her hands pressing hard on my shoulders at the top of the hospital stairwell. "Mom and Dad will never believe you anyway." My name is Emma Sullivan, and at 24, I found myself staring up at my 28-year-old sister. Her face twisted in that same cold contempt I'd known all my life. We were supposed to be visiting our grandmother after surgery, but Olivia had dragged me aside, isolating us in the stairwell. Or so she thought. "Move, Olivia," I said firmly, stepping to the side. "Grandma's waiting." She laughed, that familiar bitter sound that always made my stomach twist. "Still playing the perfect granddaughter, huh? With your daily visits and little care packages, always trying to make the rest of us look bad." I steadied my voice. "This isn't about you. It's about Grandma." Her eyes darkened. "Everything is about you, Emma. It always has been. Poor little Emma. So smart, so sweet, so damn perfect." Her grip on my shoulders tightened. "I'm sick of it." I saw it coming, but not fast enough. She shoved me. Hard. The world spun. I crashed down the stairs, the sharp edges striking my back, my ribs, my wrist, each blow like a lightning bolt of pain. When I finally hit the landing, I couldn't move. My breath came in short, ragged gasps. Everything hurt. Through the blur of tears, I saw Olivia rush down the steps. Not to help, but already dialing. "Mom! Dad!" she cried into the phone. Emma fell down the stairs. I tried to catch her, but I couldn't reach her in time. I tried to speak, to tell the truth, but the pain made every breath agony. Mom and Dad burst through the stairwell door moments later. "Oh my God, Emma!" Mom gasped, but ran straight to Olivia, wrapping her in her arms. "You poor thing. You must be so shaken." Dad knelt beside me, his tone sharp. "Emma, what were you thinking? Running on the stairs?" I winced through the pain. "I didn't." Olivia pushed. "Don't you dare," Olivia snapped, her eyes glistening with perfect practice tears. "I tried to save you. How could you lie like this?" Mom's face went cold. "Emma, stop. Your sister's traumatized enough without these stories." The stairwell door opened again. A tall woman in scrubs entered. Nurse Martinez, her name tag read. "What happened here?" she demanded, kneeling beside me. Before anyone could answer, a younger nurse rushed in, tablet in hand. "Nurse Martinez, you need to see this." "Not now," Mom cut in. "Our daughter had an accident. She was running and fell. Her sister tried to help her." Nurse Martinez glanced at the tablet, then at Olivia, then at me. Her expression shifted. "Mr. and Mrs. Sullivan," she said evenly, "please step back. We need to examine your daughter." As the medical team surrounded me, I heard Nurse Martinez speaking softly into her phone. "Security, I need footage from stairwell B. Last 10 minutes. Send it to Dr. Kane and notify hospital administration." I saw Olivia's face drain of color. "What footage?" she whispered. That's when we all noticed it. The small security camera in the corner, its red light blinking. "Standard hospital security," Martinez said calmly. "Every stairwell is monitored. For patient safety, of course." "This is a family matter," Dad started, but Martinez cut him off. "Sir, what I just saw is assault. This isn't a family matter anymore." Olivia's tears stopped. "You can't prove anything." "Camera footage doesn't lie," Martinez replied. "Unlike some people." As they loaded me onto a stretcher, I watched Olivia's perfect mask begin to crack. Mom and Dad stood frozen, their carefully constructed image of our family splintering in real time. Martinez leaned close to me. "You're safe now," she whispered. "We won't let this be swept under the rug." For the first time in years, I believed someone might finally see the truth. But as I was wheeled toward the ER, I caught one last glimpse of Olivia's face. This wasn't over. Not even close. The camera had captured everything, but it was only the beginning of what would be exposed. In the emergency room, the chaos continued. X-rays revealed 2 broken ribs, a sprained wrist, and deep bruising. From behind the curtain, I could hear my parents' voices. "This is ridiculous," Dad thundered. "We won't allow our daughter to be treated like a criminal." "Your daughter shoved her sister down a flight of stairs," Nurse Martinez replied coolly. "The police have already been called." "It was an accident," Mom snapped. "These things should be handled within the family." Then I heard Martinez's voice again, firm but calm. "Mrs. Sullivan, in the past hour we've reviewed footage from previous visits. This isn't the first incident caught on camera." Silence. My heart stopped. They'd found the other recordings. 3 months ago. Olivia knocking me into the wall outside Grandma's room. 2 months ago. Tripping me near the water fountain. Now finally someone saw it. Small incidents, always with witnesses, always near our parents. Each one dismissed as an accident. Each one followed by Olivia's crocodile tears and Mom's comforting arms around her. Every time I tried to speak up, they made me feel like the villain. Dr. Kane, the attending physician, gently closed the curtain around my hospital bed, shutting out the rising voices in the hallway. She turned to me with a calm but serious look. "Emma," she said softly, "we need to talk about your previous hospital visits." I stared down at my bandaged wrist, avoiding her eyes. "I'm just clumsy." Her tone remained gentle but firm. "We have 6 documented incidents in the past year. All with your sister present. All blamed on you. That pattern isn't clumsiness." Tears slid silently down my cheeks. "You don't understand. My parents. They'll never believe." "Your parents aren't in charge anymore," she interrupted, her voice resolute. "You're an adult, Emma. And we're mandated reporters. This stops today." A few minutes later, Detective Morris arrived. She was calm, professional, with steady eyes and a soft voice that made it easier to breathe. She opened her notebook and began the interview. "Has your sister always been violent toward you?" I hesitated. "It got worse after Grandma changed her will last year." Detective Morris paused, pen in hand. "Changed it how?" "She left her house to me instead of Olivia. I work from home, so it made sense I could take care of her. But Olivia didn't take it well." I gave a dry, bitter laugh. "That's putting it mildly." From the hallway, we heard Olivia's voice rise in hysterics. "This is insane. Emma's always been jealous of me. She's manipulating everyone." Detective Morris raised an eyebrow. "And the house, what's it worth?" "About $1.2 million. It's in the historic district." She nodded slowly. "That's quite a motive." That moment my phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. "Thought you might need this. Jake, hospital security." Attached was a video file. In it, Olivia stood in the stairwell an hour before the incident, talking on the phone. "I don't care what it takes. Once Grandma's gone, that house is mine. Emma won't be a problem much longer. One more accident should convince her to give up her claim." Detective Morris watched the video, her expression darkening. "This isn't just assault anymore. This was premeditated." Just then, a commotion outside caught our attention. Grandma was being wheeled into the room by Dr. Kane, her hospital gown fluttering as she insisted on coming downstairs. "I want to see my granddaughter," she declared, her voice carrying all the strength of her old self. Even my parents couldn't argue with her. She walked straight to my bed and looked at me, then turned to my parents. "How long have you been covering for Olivia?" "Mother," my mom started, but Grandma held up a hand. "I've watched you ignore Emma's injuries for years. I stayed silent, hoping you'd come to your senses. But this." She pointed at the video on Detective Morris's tablet. "This ends now." Olivia stepped forward, still trying to play the innocent. "Grandma, you don't understand." "I understand perfectly," Grandma snapped. "You care more about money than family. And your parents have let you get away with it. For so long it nearly killed your sister." "Murder," my father blurted out. "That's absurd." Detective Morris didn't flinch. "Actually, sir, considering the footage and the nature of the fall, attempted murder is very much on the table. I watched Olivia's polished mask finally shatter. Her face twisted with rage. "This is all your fault, Emma," she screamed. "You've ruined everything." Two officers appeared in the doorway, cuffs in hand. As they took Olivia away, I saw something new in her eyes: fear. The same fear I'd lived with for years. Grandma sat beside me and took my hand. "I'm so sorry, Emma," she whispered. "I should have done something sooner." We both knew, though, this wasn't truly the end. But it was the beginning of something new. Truth finally breaking through years of denial. As they wheeled me off for more tests, I caught one last glimpse of my parents in the hallway, huddled together. Shock. Their carefully curated illusion collapsing all around them. The security camera hadn't just caught the push. It had captured everything, and now there was no going back. 6 months later, I stood in front of Grandma's house. My house now. The morning sun lit up the Victorian details she loved so much. My body had healed, but the changes in my life were deeper, and for the most part healing too. Olivia took a plea deal. 2 years in prison with mandatory therapy. My parents, after being confronted with the overwhelming evidence of their neglect, were ordered to attend family counseling. We haven't spoken since, except through their lawyer. "Tea's ready," Grandma called from the porch. She had moved in with me after her recovery and decided to stay. We had turned the old house into a place of warmth and healing. As I stepped up to join her, a familiar car pulled into the driveway. Nurse Martinez, Sarah, stepped out holding a bakery bag. "How's my favorite former patient?" she called with a grin. She'd become more than just a nurse. She'd become family. She was more than just a nurse now. Sarah had become a close friend, part of the new family I was building for myself. "Better every day," I replied, helping her carry the bakery box up the porch steps. "The therapy's really helping." We settled into our usual Sunday ritual. Tea, scones, and conversation. It had become more than a routine. It was a quiet kind of healing. After a few sips, Sarah glanced over gently. "Have you heard from them?" He nodded. "Mom emailed yesterday. They want to meet. To talk." Grandma's teacup clinked sharply against its saucer. "And what did you say?" I said yes, but on my terms. "It'll be at Dr. Thompson's office, with her present." Dr. Thompson, my therapist, had helped me see that healing didn't mean pretending the past hadn't happened. It meant drawing boundaries and making choices that protected me. "Olivia's been writing too," I added quietly. "From prison. I haven't opened the letters yet." Sarah reached across the table and gave my hand a gentle squeeze. "You don't have to. Not until you're ready." The stack of envelopes sat in my desk drawer, each one a silent reminder, not of weakness but of how far I'd come. The following week, I walked into Dr. Thompson's office with a steady heart and a calm mind. My parents were already there, seated stiffly on the couch. Somehow they looked smaller, less intimidating than the versions of them I had carried for years. "Emma," Mom began, her voice trembling. "We've been doing a lot of work in therapy. Trying to understand our part in what happened. Dad couldn't look at me. We failed you. We chose what was easy over what was true." Took a breath. "Yes," I said simply. "You did." Mom's eyes filled with tears. "We want to make things right. We want to be part of your life again." I nodded slowly. "That's possible. But it has to be different. I'm not the scared girl anymore, hoping you'd finally see the truth. Have boundaries now. And expectations." Dr. Thompson gave me an encouraging nod as I continued. "I won't pretend none of it happened. I won't smile through holidays like everything's fine. If you want to be in my life, you need to acknowledge the past and actively work to change. Really change." Dad looked up at last. "And Olivia? When she gets out?" "That's not my responsibility," I said firmly. "My safety comes first. She does the work, gets help, shows real change. Maybe someday. But I'm not making promises." That evening, back at home, I finally opened one of Olivia's letters. It wasn't what I expected. The words felt different. Less defensive, more honest. Prison therapy seemed to be helping her see clearly for the first time. "I never saw myself as the villain," she wrote. "I was so consumed by jealousy and entitlement. I convinced myself you deserved it. I'm not asking for forgiveness, or even for a relationship. I just want you to know I understand now what I did. And I'll spend the rest of my life trying to be better." I stood on the porch where this new life had started, the sunset painting the sky in warm golden hues. I remembered Sarah's words from the hospital. "You're safe now." She had been right. The security camera hadn't just captured the push. It had captured the moment I finally broke free. Free from fear. Free from denial. Free from the toxic dynamics that ruled my life for too long. Grandma stepped onto the porch with 2 cups of tea. "Proud of you, kiddo." I took the cup and smiled. "You know what? I'm proud of me too." Behind us, the old Victorian stood tall. No longer a symbol of conflict, but a sanctuary. A home rebuilt on truth, strength, and chosen love. The security footage had caught everything, but what it really captured was the beginning of my liberation. Because sometimes the best family isn't the one you're born into. It's the one you build, from the ashes of what tried to break you. And that's the thing about falling down the stairs. Once you've hit the bottom, the only way left is up.